What's up guys, this is Sean Steven for another episode with Caricarz, and before we begin, as usual, don't forget to like and share this video, but most importantly, do subscribe to our channel, which is Caricarz. And for this episode, we'll be featuring to you the Volkswagen Passat R-Line. Now, this car over here is the sportier brother of the Passat Elegance. Now, this is priced at about 203,000 ringgit and is assembled here in Pekan, Pahang. Comes in 6 amazing colors. This one here is the Oryx White. Also comes in black, blue, silver, grey and brown. But what makes this different here, the R-Line, as compared to the Passat Elegance? Want to find out? Let's check out the exterior. Now let's start off first with the front part of the car with the headlamps, which is full LED with daytime running lights. And yes, this is the R-Line that comes with the R-Line features. For example, right here we have the R-Line badging, which is part of the grille. And you can see there is a lot of chrome as well as glossy black finishing. More of the chrome itself, as you can see at the grille part of this car, that connects from the headlamps all the way to here and to the other, and giving it like a seamless kind of feel. Now, moving down here to the front lip, I mentioned about the glossy black, right? That you have over here. There's a parent in the front lip, also at the back that we'll touch on later. The LED fog lamps that we have at the bottom as well. And also that nice chrome finishing at the front lip. And now for the side profile, I'm going to start off first with the wheels. Check that one out over here. 19-inch single-tone rims. This is 1 inch bigger as compared to the Passat Elegance. And also the R-Line badging here, very nicely done. And as I mentioned, you'll be seeing a lot of chrome finishing throughout the car. Here around the windows, you can see that, as well as at the skirting of the car. Even the B pillar has a glossy black finishing here, really nice. And also, in terms of the wheelbase, I can see it's actually pretty wide, where most cars, the curve over here will already affect the door, but this one would actually indicate that the seating inside will be more spacious. We're going to check that out later, but first let's check out the back part of this car. And now for the back part of the car. It looks really nice. I love how they, nowadays the cars have this kind of badging. For example, here Passat, really nice and big with a Volkswagen logo over there. But more importantly is the rear lights that is full LED and also comes with sequential turning indicators, and also the brake lights, or even just the back light itself. When it's illuminated, you can see like the L shapes, which is really apparent and really nice part of this car. And like I mentioned earlier, for the R-Line, throughout the entire car, you will see that chrome finishing, which you can see at the lip area over here, together with that glossy black finishing that gives that nice consistency around the car, also giving it a more sportier look. And now for the boot space. But what I like about this car is, how do you open this? It comes with power tailgate, but this is how you open it. Nice, right? Really nice. Okay, so here there is an amazing space of 586 liters. I can actually go in here. You see, this is bigger than, hey, not bad, huh? I can go all the way in. Wow, wait. Okay. So 586 liters of space here, where you can also extend it by folding the seats. You can pull this here to fold the second or the back row seats. And also, where is the spare tire is actually placed really neatly underneath over here, which is also a full-size wheels or even full-size rim that not many cars actually provide that. Also comes with a full set in terms of the car jack, and also to replace your tire or your spare tire. And there's also other compartments at the side where you can also keep any other smaller objects. Gonna start now with the interior of the car. The first overall look, the first impression, I really love it because it has a dark kind of colors. As well as for the seats, it's covered fully in Nepal leather, and these are not ordinary seats. These are ergo comfort seats that really cups you, giving you a more comfy feeling. 14-way powered adjusted, also included a massage feature. Nice. So now let's push start the car. The push start button is over here. You saw that, right? The seat actually moves forward. It's moving right now. It moves forward to your required or to your desired position. So it also has memory function. Now, going to the steering wheel itself, it's fully covered in leather, or fully wrapped in leather, with multiple functions for you to control your infotainment system. There is also the R-Line badge. Now, going back to the steering wheel, we have the pedal shifters and also the indicators that is definitely required for your car. And here the instrument cluster, which is fully digital, and what will change is the lighting or the lights that you see over here based on the driving mode, which I'll touch about later. For the infotainment system, which is 9.2 inches in size, fully touchscreen, and this is also where you can not only adjust your ambient lighting. We go over here to menu, we go to vehicle, and this is where you can actually change your ambient lighting, where you can choose from 30 color choices. Really nice. Now, moving down over here, which is the air conditioning system, where there is a triple climate zone, one here, one there, as well as one to the back, which can also control at the infotainment system. Now, going towards the gear knob, or let's talk about the gear itself. It has a 7-speed DSG gearbox, or a direct shift gearbox. In terms of buttons, we have the start engine button over here. We got the parking sensor button. This one here is for the automatic shade for the back glass or the rear glass, as you can see moving up and down here. You also have the mode. This is how you can switch your driving mode, and the lighting of the instrument cluster will switch according to your driving mode. Here we also have the ideal system, which you can turn on or off. We also have here the electronic handbrake, auto hold button, charging a 12-volt charging port over here. We also have a USB Type-C charging port here, as well as inside this armrest. And more importantly, this armrest can move forward and back depending to your liking. Let's check out the back part of this car. And now for the back seat of this car, I really love the seats because it's comfortable, it's Nepal leather wrapped, and also because this is a D-segment car, in terms of spacing, even when I mentioned about the wheelbase earlier, I really feel this is spacious. There's also a lot of headroom over here as well. Black finishing all throughout the car, even at the sides, a soft up. And here, very important, in Malaysia, the climate zone or the air conditioning vents, where I can also adjust the temperature accordingly, and also have 2 vents for me. But what about the middle over here? You can actually see there is charging port, whether it's a 12-volt charging port or even a USB Type-C to charge your electronics. There's also some pocket pouches over here, and also very important, there we go, to put your Starbucks or your Kopi O. There's also a special compartment where you can open and access your boot from here. And not to forget here, check this out, built-in sunshade, where you can also release it in case if you want to increase your privacy. You can also quickly close it up just like that. And now for the driving experience. Okay, but before that, I want to talk about what's under the hood. This car uses a 2.0 liter turbocharged engine coupled with a 7-speed DSG or direct shift gearbox, where they say shifting between gears is really seamless, which I'm going to try later on. But these two coupled together can produce 188 horsepower and 320 Newton meter of torque. Ooh, I can't wait to try that out. But most importantly, also going to talk about the safety features of this car. I'm going to start first with the DCC, which is the Dynamic Chassis Control, which is actually part of the driving mode selection, or DMS. So during the drive itself, or even before the drive, you can actually select your driving mode from normal, eco, comfort, sport, and individual. As you can see over here, once I press on this button here, this is more for the suspension system itself, whether you want to choose it from comfort all the way till sport. There's about 15, or actually there's quite a lot of settings in terms of that, where you can just drag your finger across the infotainment system to adjust your step. Let's check out the driving experience for this car. Okay, so driving mode, now I've set it to normal. So my first impression for this, the steering is actually, oh wow, it's light, it's responsive. In terms of the pickup itself, you can really feel that 2.0 turbocharged engine exerting its power. Really love that. But this is just in normal mode, right? The only way for you to know the difference between normal mode and other modes, you gotta make a comparison. So let's compare it now first to the eco mode. So when I want to push on the pedal for the acceleration, pickup was a bit more slow, but because it's a 2.0 liter turbocharged engine, you can't run away from that exert of power. But even pickup itself, when I first started pushing the pedal, it was a bit slower. So in terms of the steering, it's also still a bit light, which is well kind of okay for sports mode. Okay, so now I can feel like the steering wheel is a bit stiffer, but they say also the dampers will become a bit more stiffer because it's focusing more towards performance of the car. So in terms of acceleration, okay. So even when I'm just like I lift off my foot off the pedal and then I press again, you can feel that jerkiness, right? Because of how the engine is tuned for this setting itself, which is the sport setting. So how do I feel about the car? Number one, in terms, I have to mention, in terms of power, you can really feel 188 horsepower, 320 Newton meter of torque. You can really feel that power, especially when you're choosing the sports driving mode. I really love it. And what I also love is that you are able to switch between driving modes even when you're driving the car, or if you want to set your own preference in terms of driving. Like I mentioned, with the DCC as well as the DMS or driving mode selection, you're able to somehow cater your driving needs to how you want it to be. And in terms of comfort, the seats is awesome. Together with that back massager, I think it's a really good. I'll give a solid 9 out of 10 in terms of driving experience for its handling, for its power, and also its comfort. Really well done there. Now let's compare this car among its variants. Let's start off first in terms of pricing. As you can see, the table of comparison in front of you, comparing this car, the R-Line, with its Elegance. Yeah, so you can see this car is priced at about 203,000 ringgit. The Elegance is priced at about 181, close to 182,000 ringgit. How about comparing it among its variants in terms of its features or its functions? You can see the table of comparison in front of you. This car over here comes with the Nepal leather upholstery or the seating itself. The Ergo Comfort seat, especially for the driver, that comes also with a massage feature. The R-Line body kit in the exterior as well as the interior, which I already touched about earlier just now. But now let's compare in terms of its competitors. We're going to compare this car, the Volkswagen Passat R-Line, together with the Toyota Camry 2.5V, the Honda Accord 1.5 TCP, as well as the Mazda6 2.5. So you can see the table of comparison in front of you in terms of torque, max speed, acceleration, and this one over here used a 7-speed DSG gearbox, which I think is really smooth as well. You can find out more detail of the write-up among its comparisons in the description of this video. So what do I think about this car? I think, number one, in terms of exterior, it looks pretty stylish. Also with the R-Line body kit that gives it a bit more of a sportier look. Aside from that, the interior, I really love the seats because it's comfortable. The driving experience is just out of this world, where I also get to choose different types of modes, which is actually an experience that you have to try it out for yourself. But what do you think about this car? Write down your comments in the comment section below. But most importantly, don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel, which is Caricarz, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye!